Honestly, do dank things even make it to the top anymore? Welcome to Why Us, the podcast nobody else would do. Thanks to A Thought in Theory for that intro quote. I'm your host, Tack. Joining me today is my co-host, Dave, also known as Formalwhale.
Hello.
That's what he sounds like. And our guest today is Jess.
Hey, that's me.
What's up, Jess?
Not much. I got a bit of sore throat, but it's getting better. And you guys might also know me as this nickname on the Reddit.
Which nickname?
This nickname. It's literally that.
So it's literally that on Reddit?
No, it's you. This nickname.
Which nickname? I'm not too clear what.
thisnickname.
Tak, how did you choose your guest this week?
I have a complicated algorithm that sorts out people based on their keenness.
Even the guy's name is complicated.
He says that, but I put my own name in the goblet of fire.
I thought it was Mad Eye Moody.
Quite a twist.
Wow.
I forgot to give you a dink intro, so I'm going to do that now.
Go for it.
So just audience, pretend you don't know who I'm talking about. With us today is a man who once went around his apartment and put things in his mouth and sent us pictures of it. A man who once put on all of his t-shirts, one over the other because we asked him to. A man who loves soggy starches, doxing himself, his cat Margot, his girlfriend Marie, and the zing of pure vinegar. He's a bilingual medevac coordinator out of Quebec, Canada, and he's been in YS since the beginning. Please re-welcome Jess.
Hey, that's me. The guy that does stuff that people tells him to do.
I thought we were talking about taco that whole time.
That's not... Those aren't taco feats. They'd be much more disturbing if they were taco feats.
Dude, involve a lot more monkey blood.
Thank you for that intro, Tech. That was very nice.
Of course. So let's get on to our interview. The holiday season is coming up, and soon it'll be time for the 3rd annual YS Secret Santa Exchange. Are you going to participate again?
Oh, shit, yeah. When are we doing that? I think it's around, November.
I think it'll be Christmas time.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it too this year. I've done it, the 2 years we've done it already. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's always fun.
Yeah, you got a graphics card last year, didn't you?
Yeah, actually I got sent a full PC. No, I'm kidding. I got, last year, what did I get? I think I got a loot crate or something. Or no, last year was the RAM stick I got.
RAM,
yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, so that was
Nice.
dank. And I'm gonna do it again this year.
What would you tell anybody who's on the fence about participating or may have just recently joined the sub?
I would tell them that it's easier than it seems. It might seem complicated to, think of something and then ship it and all that stuff, but we put a limit on the amounts, or do we? A $20 thing?
No, I think it's a suggested amount, but
yeah, suggested amount, so you don't have to do something super expensive and you don't have to do something super cheap. I mean, it's easy basically, and you should participate because it's fun to receive something and it's fun to send something.
most people have a list of stuff they are after as well with Amazon links. I think we usually do. You can make an Amazon wish list as well, stuff like
It's
that.
pretty easy to, since you have somebody's Reddit profile, to stalk them and see what sort of stuff they're into.
You can also, if they're overseas, just use Amazon to send it to their address as well. It's pretty. You don't have to go to a post office or anything.
Yeah, you don't have to ship it yourself. You can just use a local website.
Or you can go above and beyond like Wayne did and ship somebody a whole box of dirt.
Yeah.
In addition to other great presents that were more present-y.
What did you get last year, Tuck?
I didn't participate last year.
Uh-oh.
I was super broke and out of it.
I got a Gundam. I've still not made yet.
Gotta get on that.
That's from Mojo. Yeah, I need a desk.
And you need to start showing up Togo in the TTG channel.
I mean, I don't want to embarrass him.
What did you send last year, Dave?
Oh yeah, I sent Togo, a Nerf gun.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Spooky skeleton gloves.
Beard bells.
beard bells,
Oh,
Christmas
that was
themed beard
fantastic.
bells, and a Gundam stand. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys want to participate in the Secret Santa this year, please do it.
All right. Oh yeah, Dave, you're up. You get the next question.
Okay. Jess, what is your favourite season of Wires? The initial chaos, the rollout of houses, or the emergence of tax weird games, or the death of number flares and the start of the random themes?
How many seasons did we get? Like 3, counting 3 or 4 now?
We've had the beginning, when the houses came.
Yeah.
My idea. Tax weird game phase that kind of died.
Tax awesome colors, you mean?
The death of number flares, which led to what we have now with random flares each week,
So far.
based on a theme.
Yeah. My favorite one was for sure the house one, because I don't know, it was cool to have like 4 different factions that we could like do memes for, and like little activity. There was kind of a Harry Potter vibe to it, and it was it was fun. And I remember mods did a lot of like a lot of stuff, a lot of artwork, a lot of little Easter eggs around the subreddit, and that was fun.
My favourite bit about that was how Hammerheads were like the best house, and that was clear in all the aftermath of that.
Oh yeah, and I like the fact that people switched too. So you were like with Hammerhead or that house for a while, and then you got kicked, and then you switched house. So that was cool too.
More importantly, though, Hammerhead are the best.
Yeah, I think they won the overall.
It's funny that the try-hard house still thinks it's a house.
I mean, we're beyond the house. It's an empire now. Next question, Tuck.
Jess, you've been here since the dawn of YAS. Talk to me about a time that your connection to YAS made a big impact on your life.
Oh shit. It's been a while. What's the most significant thing that happened? I'm trying to think of one. I know that I moved a lot since YS began. I think I moved 3 times. Oh yeah. I see Sarah in the chat that says Shishtauk Poutine, and that was a pretty big one. Basically, I was at the office one lunchtime, maybe 1.5 years ago or something like that, and I was wondering what to eat for lunch, and I said, it might be good to mix shish taouk. Shish taouk is basically shawarma and poutine. So Bacon and Sarah pressured me into doing it, and I went to the shawarma place. I bought a plate of shawarma, and then I went to the poutine place. I bought a poutine, and then I mixed the two together, and we were so happy because it was good and it was great, and we thought we invented something, but it turned out that it already existed, and we found it like in a restaurant menu maybe a week after. But yeah, it was great. As for maybe another significant impact, I don't know. YS has been great for support in general. I don't have a lot of real life friends that I can, go see and talk about stuff and shit like that. And I know it's the case for a lot of people in YS too. So it's nice to have like a group of people to share shitty stuff with and cool stuff too.
Yeah, I think a lot of us are in the same boat, and it's nice to have that sense of community.
Yep,
definitely.
And we get those classic YS food adventures.
Can't believe you didn't mention taco killing a monkey, but
well,
that had a big impact on your life, Dave.
Definitely. That's I think about that every time I wake up.
That was a significant moment, but it wasn't too significant for me.
Well, different strokes for different monkeys.
Alright, what's that next question, Dave?
Okay. What's the appeal of the Italian poutine? Why do so many people consider it blasphemous, yet you love it?
Oh no, don't start me on that. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So Italian poutine is not from Italy, obviously. It's just it's a normal poutine. So you got some French fries and then you got some cheese curds. But instead of the normal like brown gravy that you would put on a poutine, you put spaghetti sauce or meat sauce, whatever you want to call it. And the appeal of it is that it's so good. Like the fries and the cheese mix so well with spaghetti sauce, and I don't know, it's great. And we just called it Italian poutine because I don't know, spaghetti is Italian in our head, so we called it that. I don't know, it's great.
On the same topic, what's your usual order of McDonald's and why?
I don't I don't have a usual order that I go for every time. But the basis of basically all my orders is a McDouble, which is like everyone knows what a McDouble is. It's like a cheeseburger but with two patties. A McDouble, and then a salad instead of the fries, and a drink. So that's like the basis of what I get. And then I usually get like one of those junior chicken sandwich that we have in Canada. I don't know if you guys got it in the UK.
I don't know that. No.
Yeah.
I think in the US that's the regular McChicken, whichever one's on the value meal.
Yeah, exactly. So in Canada it's called junior chicken, but in the US it's a McChicken. So I get my McDouble, my salad, a drink, then a junior chicken, and I'll usually finish it with either a Big Mac or nuggets or like another big item. So I always have like my junior chicken, McDouble, salad, drink, and then a big item. And it usually costs somewhere near $15.
Are you giving Ryan a run for his money on the McDonald's price?
I think
his like famous $20 order.
Yeah, I think some of our items are cheaper than in Australia, but they also have some items that are cheaper than here. Nuggets are super expensive in Canada. A 10-piece is like $9, and 20 piece is almost $15. So yeah, I get a lot of stuff at McDonald's.
What drink do you get?
Usually Coke, Diet Coke, or Coke Zero.
If Diet Coke and Coke Zero are in a fight, which one would win?
Oof. Diet Coke would win for its closeness to the sweetness of the OG Coke, but Coke Zero would win because it doesn't taste as diet.
I've got to disagree. Diet Coke tastes like shit.
Yeah, it tastes diet, but I think the sugar taste is like closer. I don't know.
I've got to disagree just on the basis that they can't both win. Only one soda can go home with the title.
Okay, then
Yeah.
Coke Zero takes it.
That's more like it. Coke Zero is the official beverage of House Hammerhead.
Of who?
House Hammerhead.
Oh, sorry, I don't know what that is.
You guys are uncultured. You wouldn't understand.
Jess, you donated a lot of keys to your giveaway thread due to your Humble subscription. What games have you gotten from the Humble bundle over the years that you didn't give away and loved playing?
Oh, I got a lot of games that I still play. The most recent one I got that I played a lot was Destiny 2. I think it was in the bundle like 2 or 3 months ago, and it's
That
great.
was the regular monthly one?
Yeah. I don't really buy like standalone bundles. I usually just get the monthly one. And
Nice.
yeah, Destiny 2 was a big one because I think it retailed at like $70 Canadian when I got it in the bundle. Recently I also got Tomb Raider, the one from like 2013 or something like that.
That was a fun one. I think I was in the monthly on that one.
Yeah.
Thanks to Sarah's generous gift, which I'm now remembering was actually my Secret Santa gift, even though I didn't sign up this year.
Oh yeah, true. So yeah, I got a bunch of games. Usually there's always one game each month that I'm gonna play for a couple weeks.
Nice. My I actually got The Binding of Isaac in a Humble bundle before he did the monthly subscription thing, like years ago.
The original or remake?
The original, yeah. I've put like 500 plus hours into that game, and I've bought it on like 6 consoles.
Jesus.
Well, 6 versions of it, but
I think I had the Binding of Isaac, the OG one, on PlayStation 3, but I didn't. Oh, I got it on the computer too.
Yeah. I've bought it on PC. I bought it again on PC physically just to have the limited edition stuff. Then they re-released it. I bought that at the Rebirth version. Then I bought it on the 3DS. Then I bought it on the Xbox One. And I'll probably buy it on the Switch as well when I get that.
Jeez. It's a good game.
It is. I've never 100%ed it like a lot of people have, but it's good.
It's one of those games that makes me wish I didn't suck at bullet hell.
I sucked at first, and I think once you learn synergies of items, you get into it.
Let's go now to a word from our sponsors.
El podcast Why Us está patrocinado por la empresa de los macarrones Jess. Nuestros macarrones están frescos, pero nuestro fresco es seco.
Alright, welcome back to Why Us, the podcast nobody else would do. It's time now for the rundown. We're going to go over the top happenings from the last week or so of YS, so brace yourselves.
I'll try.
This week, Llama Mama has the showcase. She's been showing us the ins and outs of her week, and lots of entertaining pics and stories about the library and her family, and a lot of the drama and goings-on of her life.
We laughed, we cried, and we saw a disappointed kid.
I love the picture she posts of her kids because they're always in a situation where they're crying or they're mad or
That one picture of the kid just like looking on blankly, I still go back to pics just to look at it again and laugh.
I've got to be honest. I usually catch up on most showcases at the end of a week.
That's an enormous read back a lot of the time.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes it isn't. We'll find out at the end of this week.
Alright, you're up, Dave.
The Great Inventions theme of the subreddit I've definitely looked at this week.
Oh yeah, which invention are you?
Let me just have a little look. I am insulin, which is a pretty important invention that I can barely pronounce with my lisp.
It's a good one. Keeping those diabetic folk kicking.
Yeah. I mean, do we need them? You decide.
Which one are you, Tech?
I am synthetic skin. I've been
that's fitting.
going around and and letting people know if our inventions would make a good combo. I think my favorite so far is whoever got chocolate.
That is a solid invention, and I can help out with the people who especially loved that invention with insulin.
What's your invention, Jess?
I got gunpowder.
Oh, nice.
What's your favourite thing about gunpowder? Top 5 favourite things.
Number 1. No, I'm gonna start from 5. Number 5, it smells good. Number 4, it's black. Number 3, it's bright when it lights up. Number 4,
oh no, we're going backwards.
Number 4.
Oh no. Whoops. Number 2, I mean. Number 2, it smells good again.
Oh,
and
wow.
Number 1, it goes boom boom.
Well, can we get a drum roll added in post for that last one if you can sneak it in there?
I'll try.
Yeah, you will. Gunpowder, Jess.
Also in YA's news, there's a new emote on the Discord of the Porg, the creature from Star Wars, looking just absolutely dismayed.
It's similar to the face I pulled when I actually discovered that new emote today. I've not seen Last Jedi, but I feel like that character maybe doesn't pose a big. I feel like that character doesn't deserve a big place on our board.
Well, I don't wanna spoil the movie or anything, but in the final fight scene with Luke, he's actually fighting porgs.
Wow.
I think regardless of the character, that's like the emotion we were missing. that like people had talked about before. Of like, we need a good shocked face.
What about that happy turtle?
It's not really shocked. It's more like pleased.
Pretty close. What about that Jess? the only Jess. Oh no, there's 2 Jess ones.
Do we still have Jess on the?
We got
on
2.
Gotta get rid of that.
We got young Jess and.
Oh yeah, Jess Junior. That's pretty shocked.
You could get rid of one of 2 of my faces.
Oh, I was just joking. We can't get rid of Jess.
We've got 2 Star Wars characters. Just saying.
We do. We've got
Jar Jar.
Jar Jar.
We have the two best Star Wars characters.
I think Ryan was in Star Wars.
Carrying on with the rundown. What do you got for us, Dave?
Let's have a look. The Minecraft server is still up and running, and you can PM Sarah to be added to that. Many new community buildings have gone up, and collaborative cities under construction. I've seen Taco's recent stuff in the channel, and it looks pretty impressive. A lot of squids have died for that, but I'll let you guys decide.
Back into that.
Yeah, I need to jump back. I haven't touched it in maybe a month.
Yeah, same. I kind of stopped playing a couple of weeks ago.
I haven't been on since it was rebooted, but I'm gonna start again.
Well, there's a new update announced recently because of Minecon.
Ooh, man.
Includes pillagers, which they raid towns, and they have weird beasts like pack beasts. And the taiga biome is going to be updated with foxes, among other things.
Taco will be excited about that.
Yeah. There's a thing. Yeah, there's a thing too where you villagers can hunt you down, I think.
Yeah, pillagers.
Yeah.
That's insane.
There's pandas as well, and bamboo, which can be used as scaffolding. So everyone's going to use dirt though,
So there'll be like hunting parties of villagers out to hunt people?
Hunting villagers, I think. I'm not sure if they would hunt. Well, they'd probably attack you if you went near, but that'd be pretty terrifying if they went for you.
Oh man, that is just scary.
Yeah, I'm more excited about the pack beasts they have with them. They look like bisons or dinosaurs. There's also a new Minecraft Dungeons coming out.
New dungeons?
It's Minecraft Dungeons, it's called. It's a separate game. It's like a dungeon crawler. Might be okay.
Could be neat.
Yeah.
Also in YA's news, I guess YA's adjacent news, there was a big fiasco around Roll20.
I've completely missed this.
Somebody I guess was banned in Roll20 on accident. Like he had a similar username to somebody else who'd been ban evading.
Oh, yeah.
So they banned him and he complained about it, and one of the head guys in Roll20 posted a huge response to the guy's complaints, basically saying, yeah, that sucks for you, but we were in the right to do this. Like, it was a good strategy on our part. And that became like the second most downvoted comment on Reddit.
Yeah, I remember reading that now.
So that's fantastic, and I'm interested to hear how or if anybody on YS who uses Roll20 is gonna respond to that with their usership.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that are like boycotting it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what it was, but someone in the post said there was a good alternate website that did pretty much the same thing.
Fantasy Grounds does a similar thing, but it costs money. One of you has to have a pricey membership at least. I don't know about any other alternatives, personally.
Yeah, anything I can think of costs money.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to keep using Roll20, but not pay for it. My friend does pay for it, and the features are pretty good, but not enough for a monthly subscription for me personally.
Yeah.
Even though I run weekly games, but yeah.
You run all your games on Roll20?
I do. All my online games are on Roll20, yeah. I only run D&D. I know you can run... My friend runs different systems, Cyberpunk, Call of Cthulhu, among others. Yeah, I'd ideally want to do IRL as much as possible, but it's not really possible a lot of the time. I know my friend uses Fantasy Grounds, which is a good program, but I think you have to import and add a lot of your own assets, which is great if you have a lot of those available or can create all those assets. But
do people not have like open source bundles that you can just download?
They probably do. I mean, I don't. You'd have to still add it all yourself, which I guess is fine. But Roll20 is kind of handy. It has all audio incorporated that you can search for and add, including all tokens, and you can drag and drop all the monster manual and basic player handbook stuff.
This week's Dave brought to you by Roll20.
I'm part of their PR team trying to cover them. If you don't like it, I'll ban you. Next up, Pokemon Go saw a big resurgence, and I'd say in the past month or two. Feel free to hop back in and come back to Discord, share your friend code with us, talk about the game. We tend to talk about it in quite a few channels, to be honest. We don't really have a central channel for this.
Yeah, I think enough people are into it that it's not a big deal that it crowds out games sometimes.
Definitely, yeah.
Doesn't get complained about like WoW or Minecraft did.
Yeah, those people that complained about WoW, yeah. So, have you still been playing even though you're not doing TAC Walk?
No, like, I don't know. I haven't looked at it, but I doubt it would be worth it not being in a sizable city.
Yeah, in my general area, I have nothing. There's like one stop in this whole area. I remember when my brother got back into it, he added me. Because I don't get gifts to send out to people because there's nothing in my area unless I go to like Liverpool or something. My brother messaged me saying, "Mate, you're being a bit stingy with all the gifts." I was like, okay. So yeah, he's taking it pretty seriously.
Where's my goddamn gift, man?
He's 30 years old. Noticed Tugo is back on it with his partner. Sarah's playing it with her partner. And I've been playing it with Tara. It's pretty fun to go out, do other things, and
Polar's
shop.
been playing it.
Polar, but David plays Ingress, not Pokemon Go. But I mean, they could do that together.
What a
Still,
damn hipster.
What's it? Oh yeah, definitely. He's not even downloaded Pokemon Go apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Come on,
disgusting.
David. Another YS adjacent thing, just because it's interesting Reddit news, is the user deleted was stirring up some trouble. Somebody found a bug where you can be logged in to Reddit on the web browser and on your app on your phone, and then delete your account from the web browser, but still go around and post and comment and vote and a lot of other regular features as the user deleted in brackets.
Oh shit.
That's pretty weird.
So he was like going into the subreddit that's called "You Are Now Banned" and like being like, "Hey, why can't anybody ban me?" But yeah, they patched that up pretty quick after that happened.
Yeah,
I thought this was a YS Central thing. I was like confused.
Nah, it's an interesting Reddit thing. Yeah, that's all I have on that.
I have a news. If
Whoa.
I'll go for it.
So last week, Tak and Sarah talked about the fact that Rain was maybe going to leave his workplace. So just before we posted last week's episode, he actually got fired from work. So please press F to pay respect for Rain. And yeah, I think he's looking for a new job now. Yeah,
Sorry, I was just pressing F.
Yeah, he got fired right before quitting, basically. We don't know much more right now because it's pretty sensitive subject, obviously, and doesn't really want to talk about it too much. But yeah, so let's hope he finds something else.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to Rain, and as per my email, I wish him all the best.
Same.
I've already used my thoughts this week, but I'll save next week's.
Nice.
Next up, not too sure why I'm reading this topic out because I have no idea what it's about. But Mudo2000 has joined the Discord.
Hey, welcome, newbie. I mean, I don't think they're brand new on the sub, but they're brand new on the Discord. So, yep.
So, welcome.
Welcome to this place. That does it for our rundown. Now let's mosey on over to the recap review, where we look at the recap and we review it.
So Wayne got kicked this week apparently. I was not aware of this, but is he back?
No, so far he's decided to camp out in the dead channel and post memes there.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Well, I was not aware. Come back to us, Wayne.
Dino Dares also got kicked, as did
No
Small
idea.
Genie.
No idea.
They've been around for a while.
I don't touch the sub. It's disgusting.
Maybe you should get good.
I wanna give a shout out to a newbie that got added in slot number 97 with the username Cocaine Bane, and that's my shout out because this username is great. Cocaine Bane.
That's a good name and a good spot.
For you.
Oh shit.
Got him. 14 people were kicked this week and 13 people were added, meaning we had one re-add from last week.
Bye.
That's right. We're in sync now. There was some conversation around Graham Hoskins' comment, which appeared as frick in the recap, but it was showing as fuck in his comment history. So people were wondering if YASBot was sensitive about swear words, which
Is that true?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't claim to really understand what goes on in that thing.
Jesus.
Complex AI.
But I think it was just a ninja edit by that dude.
Wait, so he corrected himself by saying fuck?
Yeah, apparently there's a bot in that sub that calls out profanity, so I think maybe he was seeing if that would trigger it. I don't know.
I want to give a mention to Sarah, who got the Flare sailboat and just exclaimed in the comment section, "I am a boat," in all caps.
We're happy for you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
I want to shout out Mojo for finding his snake again.
Oh yeah, good job,
Yeah.
Mojo. That should have been in our weekly last week. Wow.
Wait, what did he lose it? He lost
He
his
lost
snake?
his snake and then he found it in a shoe, I think.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's
they-
literally a snake in his boot.
Wow, he's secretly Woody.
I've got a Woody thinking about that.
You've always got a Woody, Dave.
Correct.
Also, his snake shed a
did.
one piece skin. Good job.
One
Snake.
Piece. I didn't know snakes like the anime.
I didn't know you liked anime.
This has been Snake Watch. We'll be back next week with more snake news.
That's snake news.
That's my new segment.
I love it.
I've trademarked it. Back off, Ellen.
Well, that's it for the recap watch. The recap. Let's head over to world news and see what's happening around the globe. Apparently this week, the world's top Pokemon Go player was suspended for breaking Pokemon Go terms of service. He was offering to do raids for people in exchange for a hefty amount of money.
Oh,
Where
shit.
he would like catch Mewtwo for people, and they'd pay him. I think his prices were like $34 for 2 Mewtwo's.
I don't know why you'd risk that. If you knew you were the top, I assume you did know.
Oh, I think he's just like renowned, and people consider him the best. I don't know if there's like a metric that shows he's
Yeah.
the top, but still, yeah.
I saw a guy on a local page in Liverpool trying to buy a Mewtwo. He had got the game like 2 days before and decided he wanted to drop like £50 on a Mewtwo off someone.
Why?
I don't know. It was really odd. I was reading through the
Just
comments.
pick up the
and,
game.
Can you trade like Pokemon's in game?
you can, but it's if you have to be friends with someone, which involves like you have friend ranks and you have to send each other gifts or interact with each other for like 100 and something days to get their max rank. And that'll make trading cheaper in terms of the currency you use.
Oh, okay.
So it would have been ridiculous. Like there's no way you could have just added someone and have to by the time you'd done it, you could have just cut your own.
I'm looking at this dude's prices now, and his he has like price tiers based on the IV of the Mewtwo. So if they're like 95 in like the 95 percentile, it's $200 for one, $350 for two, or $450 for three. And then if
Whoa.
it's like the best possible Mewtwo, it's $500 for one.
Jesus.
Jeez.
It'll be like outdated in like a month or two probably.
But also, how much Pokemon Go is this guy playing that he's able to just sell top Mewtwo's?
I mean, they're part of normal raids now. They're not in EX raids anymore.
Oh, okay. But
You don't have to wait a week.
that's still a ton of rating.
Yeah. The guy I was talking about he actually got banned from that community for he started like cussing out people for calling him stupid.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool guy.
Want to hit that other news item for us, Dave?
You know I do.
Mm-mm.
So some Canadian cities have considered legalising public alcohol consumption in parks ahead of pot legalisation. And that would allow people to have a couple of beers or some wine with a picnic in the park, or they could just take a cooler beer to the beach. None of which is currently legal. Since smoking pot would be legal in public areas, it's a logical next step.
Is it?
I mean, that's
is
not
it,
my opinion. But
is it
I agree.
legal? Is it legal in the UK to like drink a beer in a park or?
No, no open
Yeah.
alcohol containers.
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
that's the case over here as well.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I see loads of people just drinking anyway. It's not heavily enforced.
It's enforced here, at least in the cities they talk about in that article. Like, it focuses on Vancouver and Toronto. And I know in Vancouver, like, if you go to the beach, there's often somebody just, like, walking around looking to see
Wow.
if anybody's got a joint or a can of beer.
Nobody cares around here, really. Like, I don't think it's legal, but nobody's bothered, really.
Yeah. Weed is gonna be legal here in Canada on October 17th. So pretty soon.
Is it actually
Nice.
set in stone now? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it
It
was
is.
supposed to be July, and it was supposed to be the July before that.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the government website now, and it says October 17th. Yep.
Nice.
One kind of related thing, it's just about alcohol, really. I hate is lately I've noticed when they go to like gigs or venues of concerts and stuff, if you want a drink, they'll open it for you, and you're not allowed to have a sealed.
Oh yeah,
like
they do,
even one you've bought in the place. Like,
they do the same here.
it's really irritating. Like, cause I don't want to miss part of the show by going out buying a drink.
I don't know why they do it like in closed venues, but I know they do it in festivals and stuff, so people
Yeah.
don't throw full beer cans at people.
I mean, these are all plastic. I mean, it still hurt, but you know.
Yeah,
And it helps their profits, because then you can't bring your own stuff.
yeah, there's that too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that. I mean, I want to buy like 2 bottles, so I don't have to go back mid-show, get another one.
Yeah,
Come on, guys, aren't you pissed? You can't bring your own, like, case and really party?
I bring
I
my
mean-
own Twizzlers.
I bring salami slices.
Well, that does it for the world news on YAS.
Oh, I have another news.
Never
Oh.
mind.
Highly irregular.
Just a quick one. Today, October 1st, today for us, probably not today for you guys, but it's election day in Quebec. We are electing our new prime minister, and I voted already, but I just wanted to let you know, when you listen to this, Quebec is going to be under a new leadership.
New regime.
Who did you vote for?
I voted for a party called Québec Solidaire, which means like shit. I don't know how to translate that, but it's basically a cool younglings friendly party that is very towards environment issues and education and shit. They're probably not going to win because in the polls they're polling at maybe 20% or something like that, but yeah.
Wait, what do you need to win? How many major parties are there?
So if you're polling if you get maybe 35% of the vote, you're gonna be like you're gonna get in, but you're only gonna have a 2-year term because you're not like what's the term? You're not like
Strong
the major
majority.
Yeah, you don't have the strong majority. So, if you get like 35%, you won't get the strong majority, and whoever is next is gonna be the opposition party that's gonna opposite stuff. I don't know.
And then the one party is gonna have a pretty strong lead over those two then?
So currently, there's one party that's polling at maybe 35, and then there's one that's polling just behind it at 30%. So it's probably gonna be these two that's gonna form the government. And then the third party is probably going to be the one I voted for. So they won't really have any power, but they will have a few seats at the assembly.
Right on. That's good for a little bit of leverage.
Yeah.
The last couple seats actually made a big difference here in BC, where the Green Party, I think, won 1 or 2 more seats than they were expected to, where like normally they only get 1.
Yeah.
And they supposedly have been cooperating with the NDP to show those liberals what's what.
Fuck off, libtards.
That's what I say.
I think we need to mention Donald's and Kim's new love affair.
Oh yes.
Recently in the news, I think it was at the UN summit, was it? I'm not too sure.
No, I think it was just a statement he said out of the blue.
So Donald Trump was quoted as saying about Kim, I was really being tough and so was he, and we would go back and forth, and then we fell in love. No, really, he wrote me beautiful letters. They were great letters, and then we fell in love. So that was pretty interesting.
I wish those two all the best in their romance.
Same.
I think all of us at the podcast that we are currently recording, that I cannot remember the name of, also wish him all the best.
So I'm gonna try this again. That's it for the world news of YAS. Any takers?
Jess gonna jump in? You jumping in with any more news, Jess?
No, I'm not gonna interrupt it.
Alright,
Okay.
we did it. Now for another word from our wonderful sponsors.
Are you tired of fixing and replacing all the chewed up furniture in your home? Would you like to chew train a rambunctious 6-month-old Peyton effortlessly? You can. Introducing the Peyton Training Guide. The Peyton Training Guide is a book that will help you stop a Peyton from chewing everything in sight. Using it, you can trust your Peyton not to tear apart your home, even when he's left unattended. And you can invest in high-quality furniture without worrying that it will be torn apart. Make a change for the better. Download the book now, don't wait, because we will only be selling 10 copies. Use offer code PeytonHaircut at PeytonTrainingGuide.com.
And we're back to Why Us, the podcast nobody else would do. This is the segment where we talk about shit for a little bit. So we saved this question to field for our talk segment. What upcoming games are you guys hyped about?
I haven't watched any footage of it yet, but I'm excited for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, hell yeah.
I played the first one a shit ton, just messing about in the free world mode, but I'd like to see that on the same engine GTA was, the latest GTA was in. Obviously without all the paid for features, which are guaranteed to be in the game. But I recently read that depending on the temperature in the game, the weather, horses' scrotums will change in size, so I'm pretty excited.
I also saw that if you kill someone in the game, his family will track you down later on to try and kill you.
Like the entire family?
I don't know, maybe some members of the family.
I don't know what percent of it was memeing, but I saw some drama around the fact they're gonna have black cowboys.
Really?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Where like it was in, I think, the subreddit Murdered by Words, where somebody was talking about the whole history of why like 1 in 4 cowboys were black in what is now the U.S.
Oh.
And
I mean, my history is not too great, but yeah.
Well, there were a bunch of slaves that they were using to basically do what cowboys did, and then they were all freed, and then they didn't have enough white people to do the work, so they hired all the freed slaves to be cowboys.
Nice.
So, yep.
Good for them.
Good for anybody who's also related to cowboys. I forget who shared this. I think maybe Rain. The origin of the word, or maybe it was tomatoes. I don't know. The origin of the word buckaroo is cowboys didn't know how to spell the word vaquero, which is Spanish for cowboy. So it just kind of morphed into buckaroo through bad spelling.
What does the word buckaroo mean, like as in their version for it?
It's just kind of a thing like that you call somebody, especially if you're a cowboy. Hold on there, buckaroo.
I don't know if you guys have it's like a tabletop game called Buckaroo. It's like a common one like Pop-Up Pirate or whatever.
I don't think we have it.
It's like a donkey that you put plastic. You take turns putting plastic stuff on, and if it gets too heavy, it'll buck, and whoever. It's like Jenga basically, but with extra steps.
Sounds great.
Yeah. I actually got it for one Christmas when I was young. Never played it before, and it had like an elastic band to hold it down, and then that would come off and it would book. But the elastic band was attached to actually snapped before we even got to play. So that was fun.
That's fun.
That was so sad.
I know.
Just play Despacito.
Another game I'm looking forward to, Smash Brothers. I rewatched the Nintendo Direct for when Luigi died, and I'm pretty hyped about the game. I'm a big Smash fan.
What new character are you most hyped for?
Ooh, new character. I tend to go for heavy characters like Captain Falcon or Gandalf, and my main King Dedede. So I think Ripley might be my.
Did
my
you
cup of tea.
say? Did you say Gandalf?
Did I?
Is there a character called Gandalf?
It's Ganondorf.
Oh,
I don't know if
Ganondorf.
I accidentally said Ganondorf.
I heard Gandalf.
I may have accidentally. I'm not sure. We'll find out.
It's
In
fine.
the listen back. But yeah, I think Castlevania characters is a big add. As far as I'm aware, I think the only character kind of left that people have been hyped about for years that could be added is Isaac from Golden Sun. Because we got Ridley, we got King K. Rool, we got Castlevania characters.
That'd be a pretty sweet ad, especially
Yeah,
if he
there's
can if as somewhat common attacks, he can use the different summons or whatever they're called.
Who,
in
sorry?
Golden Sun.
Oh, Isaac. Yeah, I've never played Golden Sun, so I wasn't
Are
too
you
sure.
Oh man,
I need to. But yeah.
it's a great game.
I remember my brother playing it on his Game Boy Advance. Yeah, but those are characters that have been wanted for years. I mean, we got Snake in Brawl, we got Ryu in the last one, we got Cloud. I don't think we need any more Fire Emblem characters. I think we got a ridiculous number, given most of them are kind of the same.
It's weird that they were introduced before Fire Emblem had a US release. They just threw them into
back
Melee.
in Melee. What was the first Fire Emblem release? Over here? The Western.
It was, I think, the first Game Boy Advance one, I want to say.
Alright. I've only played the DS one, for Awakening, which is kind of a big one, I think, in terms of fans and stuff. The one with Chrom and Lucina and that.
It's a good series.
Yeah. What other games are you guys excited for?
I'm excited for Fallout 76 coming out in November. So I'm probably gonna buy that when it comes out. Another game that I'm excited for is the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Is that now yet? No?
No, it's coming out in January, I think.
Okay.
And
I
yeah.
remember... Sorry, go on.
No, it's fine.
I remember watching my brother play Resident Evil, quite a lot of them, especially 2. And I used to be terrified of those. I'm not a Resident Evil fan, so I'm not sure the name, but those licker things, they're like crawling on the walls and shit. Is that literally what they're called?
I think they're called lickers, yeah.
Lickers, yeah. I remember once when he was out of the house, I was playing. I thought I'd try Code Veronica on PS2.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally got out like the first room, and then a helicopter crashes, and there's like 2 zombies coming at you, and I didn't know what to do, so I turned off the console by the Switch and then unplugged it.
Yeah, and when you look back on these games, they look like absolute shit.
Yeah. I think it was just the controls that kind of ruined it for me. I had no idea what I was doing. I've got a controversial opinion about like Japanese game developers. They suck. No. I have trouble with the menus for Japanese games.
What?
I think the menus are like the worst thing. Like Dark Souls, the menu system sucks, I think.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Games like Dynasty Warriors, like I like the concept, but it's so grindy, and I think you have to like Monster Hunter as well. It took me so long to get into Monster Hunter. I had it on the DS, Monster Hunter 3, I think. No idea what I was doing really. I know it describes it, but I feel like you need a helping hand. and the menu system sucks. It's pretty similar to Dark Souls, I think. I may get some lashback for that.
Well, I don't think either of those games are of a like genre where you're meant to be babied through things. They're in their essence very much like figure it out for yourself and good luck.
Yeah, but I feel like the menus definitely didn't help.
Yeah, I get what he means. Like in Dark Souls, like opening the menu and scrolling through it is super complicated for no reason.
Yeah, like gameplay I'm fine with. It's just I don't mind the learning aspect of that, but it doesn't help when the menus suck.
I think it lends to like the brutal atmosphere. Like even the menu's trying to fuck you.
Yeah.
I mean that just sounds like lazy game design to me. Also, Monster Hunter Worlds is really good. Personally, don't care about the story, but I had a friend kind of help me through what to do and all the mechanics, and I generally enjoyed it. So I might go back and play Monster Hunter 3 on the 3DS now that I know the mechanics. So I mean, I think I've spoke to other people and they've had a similar experience where once they've been helped through it, they've really enjoyed it. But yeah, I think Monster Hunter World was bringing it more to a Western audience. Also, going back to Smash Brothers, that's definitely a reason for me to buy a Switch. Like, I was waiting for a reason, and a re-release of Smash Brothers is what I needed. And Animal Crossing, of course. Like, I'm excited for the other games, but I feel like there's not enough to justify buying a whole new console when I've already got a Wii U and a
I think that I think the new Mario Party is gonna be cool.
Yeah, I'm glad they've gone back to the normal style where everyone's separate on the board.
Yeah.
At least from memory, I think that's. Because I played the Wii U one where everyone's in the same car, and it's so bad. Like, there's not even enough mini games to justify like, oh, at least there's that side of it. You're playing the same mini games a lot. The Bowser mode was fun, where one player plays as Bowser against all the others. That's the best bit, I'd say, about the old one. But yeah, I'm excited to go back to hating everyone and not being all like the last game felt like modern sports days, or like where like everyone's a winner, nobody loses.
It was cooperative. That like defeats.
No,
all the
it
fun
wasn't.
of a
But
party
it wasn't cooperative. But there was no like fucking each other over majorly like in classic
That's lame.
Mario Brothers. Classic Mario Party, and it felt more like we're all having fun rather than if that makes sense.
Yep.
Millennial Party.
Feel ya. Before we wrap up the talk segment, Sarah wanted me to get Jess to tell the mint tea in his shoes story. For anybody who doesn't hang out on Discord.
Oh no, not again.
Please.
Okay. Do I just go from memory or do I get my script?
You have a script?
Well, I wrote it all out like 2 days ago.
Just give us the raw, uncut Jess version of the story.
Sure. So, maybe, what was it, like a year ago or something? I was at work and at the office, and I was about to train a new employee. So I was waiting for the new employee to get there, and I kept like smelling this weird. I don't know if it smelled like feet, or maybe I thought it smelled like feet because that's where my mind went to first. So I kept smelling like this bad smell, and I tried to find the source of it. So I took off my shoes, I smelled my shoes, and I was like, well, I don't know, it smells bad, but I'm not sure it's where the smell comes from, but I couldn't find any other source for it. So I said, okay, it must be my shoes. So I said, okay, how can I fix this before the employee gets here? So I didn't have any like dryer sheets or anything. So the only thing that I could find that had a nice smell to it was mint tea bags. So I found 2 mint tea bags that I stole from my coworker, another coworker. So I took those. I put one in each of my shoes, and that was under the advice of Sarah. So I put one in each of my shoes. And
Wait. Did she think that up, or was she just affirming your idea?
No, I think that I brought up the tea bags, and Sarah was like, "Yes, please put please put them in your shoes."
Yeah.
So I did it, and then it did like cover up the smell for a bit. So I was like, okay, that's good. The coworker came in, and I trained the new employee. And then when everyone left at the end of the day, I was like, okay, I have to get rid of the tea bags. But I was like, I can't throw it in the trash because I stole them from my coworker, and I don't want them to ask me, hey, why is there 2 tea bags in the trash that don't seem wet? What the fuck were you doing with 2 tea bags? So I decided to dispose of them the only way that I thought would be good, and that is to throw them in the air vent in the office. So I took the tea bags, and I put them carefully into the vents in the office, and then I just kind of forgot about it. And the next day when I got to the office, every time the AC would kick in, it smelled like mint. And then I was like, fuck, it still smells bad. I don't know what's up. Like, it can't be my shoes. What's up? So then I discovered that there was a gas leak in the office, and basically what I was smelling is the kind of product they put in the gas lines. No, I think it's like sulfur or something like that.
They like scent the gas line so that people can smell when it's leaking.
Yeah, so that's the smell that I was smelling. So there was a gas leak in the office, and it wasn't my shoes. So that's it.
Are those mint tea bags still in the vent to
Whoa.
this very day?
Yeah, and now it's 1 year later, and as far as I know, there's 2 tea bags sitting in the vents.
That is amazing.
Why did you not just wear them to?
I don't know, like I don't know. It's just something I did.
I like that. Yeah, instead of like keeping them hidden, your mind was like, I have to destroy the evidence.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure they went uncomfortable.
No, it was fine. I could have brought them home, but I just wanted to get rid of them ASAP. So
fantastic. Well, I think that's a good way to close this out. So that does it for Why Us, the podcast nobody else would do. Thanks to Jess for coming on and being our guest.
Thank you.
And thanks also to Jess for all the editing you're gonna have to do on this thing, and all my coughing. I'm sorry about that in advance. Thanks to Sarah for doing pretty much all the prep work for this episode. Thanks to Dave for co-hosting, and thanks to everyone who tried to help schedule this. This was like the 3rd, 4th, 5th iteration of when we would be recording. So thanks for all that effort, everybody.
Jess, you're gonna play us out with some Buckaroo ragtime music.
Sure.
Later.
And that's a wrap.
Well, there we go.